So in this video, we're talking about holding deposits and specifically when they need to be given back to tenants. We already know that a holding deposit is capped at 1 week's rent and it's to take the property off the market while we do all the work to prepare the tenancy, and it can be kept for 15 days to what is known as the deadline for agreement. There are 3 situations in which that holding deposit must then be given back to the tenant. The first one is if the landlord or the agent pulls out for any reason other than the ones that allow you to keep it. So if it's just the landlord wants to take the property off the market or sell the property, you have to give that holding deposit back. The second reason is it has to be given back to the successful tenant. Now for the successful tenant, it doesn't necessarily need to be given back in cash. It can go towards the first month's rent or the security deposit. To avoid issues about when the 30 days start running under the tenancy deposit protection legislation, we would recommend you put it towards the first month's rent. But you can only do this if you have the tenant's express consent in writing. Therefore, we would recommend you have something in your application form that says, I as the tenant accept that if I become the successful tenant, it will go towards my first month's rent. The third reason is all about the deadline for agreement, and because, as we explained in one of the other videos, you have to go from taking the holding deposit to signing the contract within a period of 15 calendar days. If it is the landlord or the agent's fault that you pass that deadline for agreement, those 15 calendar days, even if you can withhold it for another reason, you have to give that holding deposit back.